What's up? What's up? What's up? Your boy Domuto. We back with another video. Today we're watching CallMeARJ, Seraphim Goku Surpasses Ultra Vegito. Okay, okay, Seraphim Goku. Okay. We saw last episode where he finally got the new form. So I'm ready to see what's this out about. With the strength, I'm trying to see the fight or something. So I'm trying to see. But anyway, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and there you go.
So our story continues with our hero Son Goku having confidently arrived in the nick of time to save Vegeta from utter obliteration at the hands of the newly transformed Frieza. As he stands there now with his fist engraved into his palm, staring ahead silently as Vegeta can only mutter, Kakarot, how did you... Huh? Not you!
Yeah.
But watching this all from above in shock is none other than, of course, Black Frieza, who with pure terror on his countenance just trembles and lets out, Monkey! Another monkey, and this time it's him!
Two monkeys and
what?
Back to back is crazy.
What has happened to him? And how could he block my death beam? Still with that damn black hair! Why does this all feel so familiar? But without a hint of hesitation, Goku would find himself just answering back goadingly, it's not exactly hard to knock away something so weak, Frieza.
Oh shit.
My buddy Krillin throws rocks harder than that. But standing behind Goku helplessly would just be Vegeta, still holding onto his wounded shoulder as he looks on at the now glowing mysterious white energy Goku. And once we zoom in on his perplexed face, the prince would only think, Kakarot, just what did he do? His aura, his demeanor, it's completely different. I've been stuck with him now for over 10 years, and I haven't seen him like this once. Not since he first arrived on Namek. As Vegeta would suddenly begin triggering a memory of a time long ago, when Goku arrived yet again on the battlefield to face Frieza all alone, after the Emperor had made short work of Vegeta. Meanwhile, however, the God-Killer Vegito, who seemingly has been missing in action for a while now, would just be seen with folded arms, observing all that is going on, as curiously he comments, What an interesting development. Kakarot has been away now for around 2 years, and he arrives just as Frieza ascends too. Either that's the work of Arj, or these two really are linked by fate. But who? Who of these two freaks will come out on top this time? Weak! But as Vegito would calmly analyze the two, the Emperor, with a fury-willed yell, would just scream into the sky, now completely triggered by just the appearance of his greatest foe. As he continues, How dare you, monkey! You think this will go how it always has, but you're dead wrong! As remarkably, the screaming beast would then find a way to instantly calm himself, or at least convince himself of a better situation, as he suddenly begins to smirk slightly with his eyes closed and a hand under his chin, while giggling, Silly me. How uncouth of me to react to the actions of a lowly Saiyan. I should know better by now than to fall for your brainless monkey bluffs.
Monkey bluffs, goddamn.
As suddenly, his laugh would then become more sinister along with his smirk, while his veins begin to tense and his purple demonic eyes shine
Fuck out
open.
my face.
and he continues, "As much as just your stupid little face angers me, Goku, I must remember, I just beat one of you apes without trying.
Alright, damn.
And you will be no different." But unexpectedly, from behind the overgrown emperor, a heroic face would be heard saying, "I don't know, Frieza. Vegeta and I aren't too alike. I think this will be really different, actually." Instantly confusing Frieza as he reacts in fright to the close proximity voice that he had not sensed at all. You! As inevitably, when he would eventually turn around, behind him would of course be none other than Son Goku himself, his body motionless as if he had been there the entire time, just looking back with the calmest of looks while Frieza panics. "Who told you to come so close to me, you filth?" As the full of himself Emperor would instinctively then attempt to attack the Saiyan from behind with his right arm alone. Is that how you greet all your old friends, Frieza? But just as the Black Emperor's fist would reach Goku, not only would he have time to quickly taunt, but just as it phases through, Goku's body would almost seem ghost-like, as an afterimage would then be left behind as Frieza's back fist would hit nothing. What? Where did that animal run off to now? Perplexing the Frost Demon as his fist is left in the air pointlessly, as he briefly, aimlessly wonders what could have just happened in his newly superpowered up form. Surely he couldn't have been outsped. But as Frieza would watch on, behind him, on the shoulder of Vegeta, a soft hand would land gently. Kakarot! And as the prince would turn around, inexplicably, he would just see a calm Son Goku, looking down at him with a smile, as the weakened Vegeta would just mumble,
Get his ass whooped.
"What do you think you're doing now, clown? Tell me, what powers have you gained?" But Goku would only respond ominously, "I've gained what you told me to, old friend. I went down my own path, just like you did. You did great, but it looks like you're down for the count now. Here, I'll help." And suddenly, with that said, out of nowhere, Goku's hand would begin to glow
heal
and
a nigga?
shine on the shoulder of Vegeta, creating a bright light unlike any other until... Kakarot! Is he? Immediately, Vegeta would begin to notice that this was more than just a mere light show as... My wound is gone! As unbelievably, the gaping hole and injury that was plaguing Vegeta before from Frieza's horn would now be completely healed over, as Son Goku removes his hand as if his job was now done, leaving the prince to now stare in complete disbelief. What? Did he just give him one of those damn beans or something?
Nope.
Causing the Black Demon to now reel in terror and shock as he realizes where Goku had vanished off to. And much worse, only to somehow angelically heal Vegeta of all his injuries in the blink of an eye. But the shock would not end there, as instantaneously and without fear, Goku would then appear right in front of Frieza to stare him straight in his now petrified eyes. And with a confident Saiyan smirk on his face, Goku would just look on and say, "What's up with you, Frieza? I thought you'd be happy to put your new form to the test. I know I am. What do you say? Should we start for real now? Try not to blow up the planet this time. Huh. Actually, I guess you can't hear. Shut your mouth, monkey!
Ah, shit.
But annoyed already with just those words, Frieza would begin yelling emotionally, adding, "You just love to arrive unannounced as always, like some sort of hero. That may have worked before, but you're no main character this time, ape. You're a side character spat out by that other monkey. Now hurry up and die riddled in holes!" As suddenly and violently,
Yeah, you ain't
with
gonna swing at him or nothing? You
splashing
gonna go
out of
straight
his
to
mouth,
a beam?
Black Demon Frieza would raise his hand up as if powering up yet another wave of energy. And immediately, the results would be clear.
finger bangs.
As Frieza would then dish out a flurry of death beams, all black, doubling down on his earlier attack. All aimed directly at Goku, reaching him almost instantly in the short distance between them. And in typical fashion, Goku would just face all of this head on, not budging an inch. That is until... Not this again, Frieza! As his Seraphim eyes would begin to glow, a change would come over Goku. But one that is not easily visible. As despite the beams rushing right at him, Goku would actually begin stepping forward. Could his body have been strengthened so much that not even Frieza's pin-sharp beams could affect him? No, as shockingly something far more unbelievable is then shown. As Goku walks forward, as each of the beams penetrate at the same time.
He ain't feel them
But
hoes.
move through his body as if he does not
Damn.
even exist, going through all parts of his torso without as much as a tear or rip of his garments. And still walking forward as beams go through even his jugular vein and the middle of his skull, Goku would emotionlessly let out, "Damn, Frieza, I know you've been battling for a while now. Your aim is really bad today. Maybe I should heal you too." What? But as the beams would phase completely through Goku, they would eventually end up somewhere. That somewhere being right in front of a stunned like a deer caught in the headlights Vegeta, who would now become the shot target. Kakarot, you clown! Leaving Vegeta more angry than anything as his eyes burst wide open. But ironically, after being healed by Goku himself, he would manage to quickly jump out of the way, dodging as the beams lead to a deadly explosion on the ground.
That boy Vegeta.
But while levitating in the air above, the prince would not be able to help but look down at Goku and think, "What did Kakarot just do there? The beams, they went straight through him. Was that Ultra Instinct? But why couldn't I see his movements then? Whatever this is, it cannot last forever!" But despite Goku's unwavering approach, Frieza would just continue to blast forward non-stop like a maniac, unwilling to accept that someone could just walk through his attacks. But even so, Goku would continue slowly walking forward, not increasing or decreasing his speed. As he would say, "You don't think I can walk towards you forever? Pretty sure I will, Frieza. Eventually I'll reach you. But if this is taking too long for you..." Instantly, on the finishing of those words, Goku would vanish from Black Frieza's sight entirely. What? How did... As instantly breaking through any senses or barriers of Frieza, Goku would simply appear right in front of him, with his arm already spread out, straightened towards Frieza's chest, as he just looks down with pure confusion, stunned into silence, as even his death beams continue to fire off onto nothing.
What the hell?
And with a little laugh, reminiscent of a teen Gohan, Goku, with perhaps some overconfidence, would begin smirking, as with his palms stretched out onto the vulnerable Emperor, he would say, "Sorry, but you're just way too open.
You on your
I
ass.
don't remember you fighting like this, Frieza.
You on your
I
ass.
wonder if you pulled a Trunks and got slower as you got bigger. It seems that way to me." Why you? Immediately infuriating a trembling
why
Black
would-
Frieza as he looks down in
Okay, hold on. CallMeARJ. Why would Frieza know that term? Know that analogy you just said about Trunks? Frieza would not know that. Frieza would not know that.
disbelief, adding, "Just
Nigga
what
just
do
said
you
that just
think
because-
you're going to do with that?
Nigga was just talking shit about
You
Trunks
can
for
do
no reason.
nothing to me, monkey!" Immediately swiping his arms in retaliation in an effort to grab Goku's arm. And to perhaps our surprise, his grab actually lands straight bang on Goku's wrist, almost as if the Saiyan wanted it to. And as if victorious already, with his small win, Black Demon Frieza would burst into laughter, as he would instantly lift Goku up off the ground by his arm like a mere child. As staring him face on, he would say, "You never did ever get to fight me in this larger form, did you, Saiyan? I'm afraid I'm far less easy to overpower now.
Okay.
How do you feel to be the shorter one now, monkey?" As Goku, looking back, would just remain stoically silent and unfazed. But Frieza, even noticing this, would not remove his smirk, as he would comment, "Give me that cool, unaffected look all you want, Saiyan. But we both know I am not one to be fooled. I am the great demon's next host after all." But as Black Demon Frieza would then suddenly launch into a flurry of punches non-stop, Goku, even while still gripped, would have enough core strength to move his body in all directions, dodging everything that
Nah,
comes
that core strength's
towards
crazy.
him. Stay still! Eventually noticed by Frieza, who would just watch on in shock once again. Come on, Frieza. I'm right here. If you aren't going to
We
take
got
this
water on that
seriously,
area? What the hell?
then I will. What? As immediately, with no effort at all, Goku would then remove his wrist from Frieza's grip as if it was barely holding him at all. Get off! Pulling an Uno reverse immediately, grabbing the demon by the wrist instead, but not as lightly as it seems, as instantly a loud bone-crunching noise would be heard before... What have you done? With truly insane strength, with his grip alone, Goku would break the wrist of Frieza, causing the Emperor to scream out in sharp pain. And just like that,
cooking,
once
boy.
again, the Black Demon Frieza would find himself at the mercy and bowing down before another saint. First Vegeta, and now Goku, as our hero would just stare down saying, "Huh, this brings back memories. Doesn't this remind you of the first time we fought Frieza?"
No.
As Goku instead remembers a different scene from when he first turned into a Super Saiyan on Namek. "I don't know what you're talking about, but unhand me!" But unable to listen through the pain, Frieza, with a
Unhand me,
tear
you filthy
forming in his
monkey.
eye, would only beg for mercy. This is just like last time too, as Goku would continue to reminisce and finally say, "Unhand you? Well, if you say so, Frieza." Instantly keeping to his word and letting go of the Emperor, but only to... With a vicious swipe of his now free right hand, Goku would slap
Did he
Frieza
just slap
with
you,
the
Frieza?
loudest of claps and the most disgusting of disrespect, as the fallen
nigga
Emperor's head
disrespected you.
snaps to his right, spitting out blood as he does so. You! And even with just that slap, Frieza would be sent flying off into the distance as if struck by a wrecking ball.
I mean,
No way! While watching on shock behind, Vegeta would only be able to mumble with wide eyes, "Kakarot! He struck him with just his bare hand! Did that
pimp
kind of
hand.
damage? I couldn't even scratch him! How?
it ain't Goku.
Just what did that clown do out there?" But as the prince would wonder, another familiar hand would land on his shoulder. This time revealed to be none other than a smiling Vegito, who pats Vegeta and says, "It's impressive, isn't it? I knew if I gave him some motivation, that if I pushed him down the right path, that he'd come back with something. But to think he'd come back with this, that's gotta sting, Vegeta." As continuing to poke at Vegeta, he would add with a devious smirk, "The level he's at now, it's clear he's on a whole new league to the angels and gods we fought. Not even the 5 so far come close to this. This is the power of the royal gods, Vegeta. Kakarot is approaching the level of Zeno all by himself. Can you really allow yourself to be left behind again?"
You trying to give him a new form, boy.
Kakarot reached the level of the gods alone? So that's what those eyes are. This revelation leaving Vegeta nothing short of stunned at first until... Kakarot! Suddenly, a shift in emotion would occur, as with veins pulsating on his forehead, a deep-rooted anger and frustration would appear as Vegeta grumbles, "No matter what I do, no matter what new power I gain access to, even in here, that clown finds a way to one-up me. This cannot be my destiny.
It is.
I am one half of you too, Vegito, and I will not allow for him to make our union lopsided. Mark my words, I will surpass Kakarot again!" But meanwhile, back in the destruction and smoke of where Frieza had landed, the Black Demon Frieza would of course be seen still in one piece, bleeding from one side of his mouth with a scowl and a bruise from where he was slapped.
Let me smack
Until
shit out you.
suddenly, without a word, he would keep his eyes firmly planted on Goku and begin getting up onto his feet until... Suddenly, with a ferocious demonic voice, Frieza would begin powering up once more, shooting his power through the roof. Instantly then rushing towards Goku, now on the offense without fear. Looks like you're finally ready to fight. This is the Frieza I remember. As Goku, moving his body into a readied state, would wait patiently for his counter. But Goku's response would be far from offensive, as with a graceful jump and gentle touch of Frieza's rapidly moving arm, the Saiyan would jump straight into the air and just barely out of the destruction path of the Emperor. Wow. And though Goku would move perfectly through the air, it would seem even he would be surprised with his movements, as he comments, "These eyes, it's almost like time has slowed down. So this is what Z felt fighting Vegito." Yeah! What?
Wow.
Doubling down on his evasive jump as he then spins to move even further away from the confused Frieza staring up. What do you think you're doing? Swinging from trees, monkey? Stop making a fool of me! Leaving the open-mouthed Frieza to just watch on in puzzlement, while also simultaneously growing in frustration. Either attack like the ape you are, or come here!
No.
As Frieza would then reach out his sharp-clawed hands towards Goku in an attempt to grab him mid-air. But with a giggle and precise movement, Goku would just quickly tilt his whole torso back to make Frieza's grip miss entirely, commenting as he does so, "I think I'll go with option A then." As following Frieza's own orders, Goku in the same movement would then instantly boot his foot straight into the side of Frieza's unsuspecting face. As Frieza would then be left reeling in the sudden pain, Goku would find himself jumping effortlessly into the distance behind. How is he toying with me like this? Leaving the demon warrior to look down in disillusionment, wondering just how as fast as he would power up, his weakness would begin to show again. But these thoughts and transgressions would not be allowed to fester, as suddenly with instantaneous speed, Goku would arrive once more right in front of Frieza, this time with his arms stretched out in front yet again, but with two fingers pointed to the Emperor's forehead. But despite how outclassed he appears to be, Frieza's fighting instincts would remain intact, as quickly the horned beast would cross-slash his arms in an attempt to take Goku by surprise. What? But of course, yet again, with these newfound reactions and speed, our hero would only reappear in the distance, staring coldly at Black Demon Frieza, unimpressed as he lets out, "This is starting to become a drag, Frieza.
Not a drag.
Can't you just transform again? If you're holding back, let it out already." "I'll show you holding back, Saiyan!" As trying his best to prove himself, the Frost Demon will then begin
Frieza,
powering
cooked,
up
buddy.
a deadly ball of pure black energy, creating ripples of shockwaves as this energy begins to concentrate. Ha! So you want to play that game with me then, eh, Frieza? I'm not too sure your track record with beam struggles is the greatest with me. But if you insist,
I remember.
as knowing what happened in their last moments on Namek, Goku
Oh,
would
yeah.
struggle not to smile.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Before
about
the
that.
strange slowdown
You
movement
fool!
of his hands, almost leaving after images as he does so, his hands would come together in iconic fashion before CallMeARJ. But before Goku could even finish, Black Frieza would already fire off with conviction, screaming with a deepened voice. And within moments, the prematurely blasted beam would fire off, reaching within meters of Goku. But as if already prepared, Goku would just let out, "No fair, Frieza, but it's fine. I expected nothing less." As suddenly, in a completely unexpected move,
What happened?
Goku would just fire his beam straight onto the ground, penetrating Frieza's own while avoiding it entirely, shooting straight into the air, original Dragon Ball style. But with the power of such a blast, within nanoseconds, Goku would reach the apex of the sky, and from there, Goku's body would begin moving in super speed yet again. Moving instantly atop the beam to the ground right behind Frieza. So fast, Goku's Kamehameha continues to exist on its own. While
Damn.
smoke just bellows off the body from the Saiyan moving so fast. What? What are you doing over there? Causing the stunned Frieza to look back in terror as his entire backside now appears completely vulnerable to whatever Goku.
Oh, yeah,
has
he
in
hit you
store.
with the
But with a
Kakashi shit,
smile,
nigga.
Goku would not seem too
1,000 years
eager
of
to
death,
take
nigga.
advantage, as he would ominously just say, "What am I doing? I'm just testing out what I can do in this new form of mine. But if you're going to carry on showing your back to me, I'm sure I can do more." And just like that, with the
Pause,
passive
Goku,
threat
what the
said, Frieza would take no chances and launch into the sky to seemingly retreat. But once high enough, he would yell out, "Enough with your circus tricks! Mark my words, I will wipe all of you apes from this place!"
Oh, there we go, Frieza.
And in typical fashion, as we'd come to expect from Frieza, in his last resort, he would begin powering up truly a terrifying looking death ball. One unlike any other we've seen before, with his demonic energy now combined and intertwining with it. But Goku, looking up from below, having predicted
from
this
below.
earlier in the chapter, would just say, "I know I said you couldn't blow this place up, but I didn't expect you to try anyway. You're disappointing, Frieza." Before eventually standing tall, watching as
shit.
the wind and pressure from Frieza's growing energy ball would swoosh across Goku until... Suddenly, Son Goku would thrust his hand into the sky as his Seraphim eyes would begin to glow brighter and brighter. Would he be intending now to stop Frieza's attack with just one hand? I love the cockiness of you Saiyans! That's right, you just stay there and take this head-on, monkey! And Frieza,
Okay.
noticing, would become overjoyed wondering the same thing, goading the legendary Saiyan to just face his overpowered attack with one hand, as it so appears. But Goku, looking back emotionlessly, without a hint of fear, would just respond, "Don't worry, Frieza. I don't need to move from this spot to try this one out."
Oh shit.
Perfect. It's settled then, Saiyan. leaving Frieza now to laugh in the sky as his ginormous death ball reaches its peak, and Goku remains just completely within its target as the Emperor continues to laugh maniacally. That is until he would soon turn around and unfortunately be met with the biggest shock of his extremely long life.
Let's see.
What is that? Damn you! As his entire face would then become lost in an unknown light, as at the same time, Goku would begin to yell out something and reveal Dragon Smite!
Oh, damn.
As unbelievably it would be finally shown that Son Goku, with his new Seraphim eyes, would have a holy smite of his own, just like Z, but his would seem to be on an entirely new level. As a stunning white dragon of
nigga
impeccable
Goku just-
detail
what the fuck he gonna
would
do?
appear from the heavens themselves with such size and stature. Black Demon Frieza, along with his death ball, would be on the verge of completely being swallowed whole and erased on the spot. It seems Frieza's training will no longer be needed after the transformation of the legendary Goku. But that was it
What
for
the
today's video,
hell?
guys, and if you made it this far,
I mean, Vegito was struggling to get Z, so I don't even know if fucking Vegito can handle this nigga. Goddamn. Nigga so goddamn strong. So strong. Anyway, man, shout out to CallMeARJ for this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And man, let me know what y'all think about this down below, man. Seraphim Goku, man. Seraphim Goku. Seraphim Goku, whatever. Let me know what you think about this down below. Make sure you check out the last chapter right here. Check out another video you might like right here. And I'll catch y'all next time, man. Peace.